So what if I told you I came all the way to the park to talk and chat? I looked for a quiet place for a decent amount of time and then sat down and someone started trimming bushes next to me. And then I realized that I don't have my actual mic. I brought my mic adapter, but I didn't bring the actual mic. It just took me so long to get to the park, and I don't really feel like going back and getting it. I'm kind of on a tight schedule today. I just wanted to come to the park and crochet and eat my lunch and chat, but I'm trying something new. It's definitely too loud for me to film without my mic, so I'm trying to talk on my phone, hoping that I can just sync these up later. This could end terribly. You know, you gotta roll with the punches. Not everything can always work out. Honestly, I was really struggling to come up with a video idea recently, and then I finally decided I was just gonna come to the park and crochet and kind of film a little bit of my day. I don't know, I've been struggling all week, so this kind of makes sense. We're gonna try our best and have a nice little afternoon in the park, and hopefully this audio syncs, or else I'm going to lose my mind. If you're new here, my name's Alexis. I'm 26, I live in New York City. We're currently in Central Park, and I thought I would come and eat lunch and chat. I literally can't believe I forgot my mic. It's honestly a very beautiful day today. It's only about 68 degrees, and it's really cloudy, so not too bright. If you're new here, I have been working on crocheting a blanket since about February. It's currently like one of the last days of May. Technically it's an 8-week blanket. They've broken it down to 8 weeks. I haven't consistently worked on it every single day, so I'm behind, but I am very far behind the actual work pattern that I was supposed to be following. So it said it would take 8 weeks. We're on the 3rd or 4th month. I'm currently finishing up week 3. I'm about to make it to week 4, so I'm not even halfway done, but let me show it to you. I don't remember the last time I showed you guys this blanket, so since the last time I talked to you, I added these strawberries and cupcakes, and I'm finishing up this side right now. I already did them on the other side. And today I'm hoping to finish this side and then maybe start the next pattern. We might have to just put the phone in my shirt. This might have to be how we're gonna have to chat. Just pretend you don't see this. Guys, can you tell I'm in a mood? I made pasta salad, so got a new little container. My goal was to have this blanket done by Memorial Day, and Memorial Day was this past Monday. It's kind of a full-time job making a blanket like this. You literally have to work, I would say, about 40 hours a week on it, which no one has that kind of time. My friend Emily is doing the blanket with me, not the same one, she has her own. She's a little further ahead. She's a lot faster at crocheting than I am. She has been working on it more recently. Emily has a gift. She is very good at crochet. I am still trying to make my way in the crochet world. So right now I'm doing the white border on this side, and it's going to match the white border I did on the opposite side. So we have 3 rows to do of this. And I thought we would just chat while I crocheted. I'm gonna go to Queens later today. I have something else to do there, so maybe we'll vlog all of it. Fun fact, the lady who did this blanket is from the UK. I pretty much learned how to crochet completely through her. So I learned all of my crochet stitches in UK terminology. So every single stitch that I do, I'm saying it the UK way. Emily learned the American wording when she learned how to crochet. She can kind of go back and forth between the two. I can as well, but not as easily. So I'm calling this a treble stitch, what I'm doing, but in American terms, it's a double crochet, but a double crochet in UK terms is a single crochet in American terms. It is very confusing. I wish that they had completely different terms for things, but it's the same terms, they just all mean different things. I don't know who came up with that idea. Very, very confusing. I have been going through it with my YouTube channel recently. You guys can all probably tell, and I asked for some feedback at the beginning of the week, what videos you want to see, what you like, what you don't like, and I feel like I have been kind of going through it with feeling a little uninspired, which I feel like everyone has kind of picked up on that ever since the beginning of the year. I don't know why, I just have felt really uninspired. In the last week, I haven't filmed all week. I probably haven't filmed in a whole 7 days, which is rare for me. Usually I'm filming every day of the week, but I tried to take as long of a break as I could. I switched back to my Tuesday, Friday uploads because I think those work way better for me. So if you didn't get that memo, we're on Tuesdays and Fridays again. Thank you for bearing with me as I did my trial and error period with the Wednesday, Sunday uploads. I thought it was gonna be better, but the Tuesday, Friday just worked for me. I was so consistent with it for 3 years. I don't really know why I changed it. I just felt like I wanted to try something new and it didn't work. So, you know, that's how it has to go sometimes. Sometimes you gotta try something new and fail. And I do feel like my vlogs have gotten pretty repetitive lately. I started thinking about like where I really wanted my channel to go. You know, I'm full-time. I've been doing YouTube full-time for a year, and I've gotten to this point that I always had wanted to be at. And I obviously still want to keep growing, but I think I kind of lost some of the spark that I used to have. And so in the past week, I have written scripts for videos. I've planned out my videos. I bought a new camera, which I'm getting tomorrow. In the vlogs moving forward, I'm gonna have a new camera I can use, which I'm very excited about. And I'm feeling very, very, very just like inspired with my channel. So I'm very excited. So I can't tell if this video is marking the beginning of a new era of my channel or if it's marking the very end of an era. I can't tell. We're somewhere in between with this video. I have a new energy. I feel it. Anyways, that's what's going on with my YouTube channel. I'm still gonna do my week in the lives, my day in the lives, but I think I'm making a shift to making my vlogs a little more intentional. I think over the past few months, I've kind of been like living my weeks and just vlogging what I was doing and not intentionally doing things for the vlog. I was doing things for my life that I happened to vlog, but I kind of want to make a switch to a little bit of both. You know, some week in my life where I'm just vlogging what I'm doing, but I also want to do more videos that are intentional. Honestly, my favorite types of videos to make are ones that are more of like a video essay, like based on a journal entry. I posted a video at the beginning of the year called I Followed My Dreams for a Year and This Is What Happened, and I love that video. It's things like that that I love to do, and I want to go even further with that and really get more into being more cinematic with my videos and focusing more on the filmmaking aspect, because that is kind of the whole reason why I wanted to start YouTube in the first place. I do think that I enjoy the editing still and I do cinematic aspects, but I think it's kind of gotten a little bit repetitive. So I want to branch out and do things that are more intentional. They're like the same word. My intention for this new phase of my YouTube channel is being intentional. So if you're a seasoned crocheter, you're gonna notice that I am very slow at crocheting, especially if I'm chatting. Also, I realized that I asked you guys what should we chat about in the park, and all of that information's on my phone, which is in my shirt right now. So someone said, how did you deal with the beginning of YouTube and taking longer to grow? If you are somewhat new here or you haven't been watching since the beginning, I started my YouTube channel in October of 2020, and I didn't get monetized until January of 2022. So I was posting for almost a year and a half with no monetary outcome. And I will say a big factor of me posting so consistently was I had a work from home job at the time. Oh, this is so loud. I hope you guys can't hear this. I was working for a marketing company at the time. I like randomly had a stint where I had a 9-to-5 job for 2.5 years. And so when I started my channel, I was working from home at this company, and I had a lot of time on my hands because I was working from home. It was 2020. We weren't really doing anything. And honestly, pretty much all of 2021 too, I wasn't doing anything that much. So I feel like the advantage I had when I started my channel was that I had a lot of time on my hands. There wasn't a lot going on, and I had a full-time job. So it wasn't really that important that I was going to be making money. I don't really know. That backstory didn't actually seem that relevant. How I dealt with the beginning of my YouTube channel was just the promise and the excitement that something could come of it. At the time in 2020 and 2021, I'm an actor. I moved to New York to pursue musical theater. I went to school in New York for musical theater. And I started my YouTube channel at a time where there wasn't really any theater opportunities. So it was easy for me to kind of put all of my creative energy into that. I always say, if I did not have my YouTube channel and I decided to start today, like on this day in 2024, I don't know if I could do it. Like, I really don't know if I'd be brave enough to do it. I don't know if I would have the time to do it. But I think I was just at a point in my life, I needed something to change. I needed something creative to do. So honestly, my advice, if you're starting out on your YouTube journey and it's taking you a long time to grow or get monetized, is thinking about the reasons why you're doing it. I did it because I really wanted to do something creative with my days at that time where I didn't really have an outlet to do anything creative. That's why I did it. And as much as I was working toward this goal of getting monetized and growing, I was totally content with posting and not having any monetary reward from it. I don't know, people always ask the question, like, if you were demonetized on YouTube tomorrow, would you still keep making videos? And I honestly think I would. Why do I feel like I've been rambling and I haven't even really given any good answers? I guess just do it because you love it. Keep working at it. Be consistent with it. I was the most consistent ever on my YouTube channel when I was trying to grow. And I think that's the most important time to be consistent. I think you should always be consistent. And obviously, over the past 6 months, we've seen me miss a handful of uploads while you're growing. I think that's the most important time to be consistent because you want people to remember you. You want people to be like, oh, every Tuesday, this girl I randomly subscribe to always posts. Like, if you're growing and you post a video and it does really well and you get subscribers, hours and then you don't post for a month and then you randomly post again, you're going to show up in people's subscription box and they're going to be like, who is this again? So I think it's really important to be consistent, because I know that I've subscribed to people in the past that I like their videos, then they don't post for a long time, and then when they finally post again, I'm like, who is this? And I don't watch their videos. It is quality over quantity, but quantity is also very important these days as well. Unfortunately, you have to do both. Do you have FOMO? For everyone our age traveling, I want it so much, but I'm also a homebody. Honestly, I don't have that much FOMO. I have a handful of trips that I want to go on, but I wouldn't say I travel that much. Last year I went to Vegas, I went to Antigua, and I went to Florida. Florida was to visit my grandpa. It wasn't like a crazy Florida trip. I wouldn't say I have FOMO, but I do think I want to travel a little bit more. I went through a phase, if you remember, where every time I traveled, I got this terrible face rash. And I think I have identified a few causes of that face rash. So I think I'm better off traveling now. Like, I'm gonna be less face rashy. My dream destination is Iceland. I wanna go to Iceland so badly. For years, I've been wanting to go. I'm debating doing a solo trip to Iceland. That really terrifies me. And I can't tell if it terrifies me in a good way or a bad way. I think time will tell. Because I think you should do things that scare you, but at the same time, if it scares you too much, you don't have to do it. Iceland is definitely on my list. I also went to Italy as a kid. Barely remember it. My family's from Italy. I want to go to Italy again. So those are like 2 places kind of on my list. But there's a lot of the United States that I haven't even seen. Like, I've been to a handful of states, but I really want to see Maine. I don't know why, and it'd be so easy for me to get there. I'm already on the East Coast. I've just always wanted to go to Maine, and I've wanted to go whale watching in Maine. I don't know why there, but I want to see. I heard it's so pretty. I want to go to Alaska one day. I feel like that would be cool to see. I want to go to Miami. I've been to Florida so much, but I've never been to Miami, and I don't know, it just sounds like a fun time. I also love Pitbull, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, and I want to go there. Those are the places I want to travel. But to answer your actual question, which I've barely answered, I don't really think I have FOMO about it. I'm an odd person because I have FOMO to an extent, like when my friends are all hanging out without me or something. Not that they're not inviting me, it's just if I can't go, I'm gonna have FOMO about that. But at the same time, I only do things that I want to when I'm ready to do it. I won't listen to a movie or watch an album until I am fully ready. I just put my phone back in. I was just looking and I got a lot of questions about the moving process to New York, how to make friends in New York, tips on feeling lonely in New York. And I feel like this is always something that's a little hard for me to answer because I went to college in New York, so that kind of set me up with an initial foundation of friends that like people don't really get when they move to New York for the first time. Pretty much my entire friend group of like 12 people moved into the city right after graduation, so I got pretty lucky in that aspect. I live in the same neighborhood as like 6 of my best friends. I live with my best friend Emily. Like, I definitely have an advantage there that I want to acknowledge. I am still learning how to make new friends. I have said for years that I want to get some more friends that are kind of outside my initial circle. All my friends that are outside my friends from college, I have also met through theater. I've met through taking dance class or through working at theaters. So a lot of my friends are like theater centric. I think if you have a hobby, maybe sign up for a group, you know, a pickleball club or a crocheting club or an art club, like something where people with shared interests all meet up, because you can find friends that way. So for me, that's like me going to dance class. I've met friends that way. I think like tips on feeling lonely. Well guys, the rest of that clip was going to be me saying that you need to be comfortable living by yourself. Then my camera dies. I realized I didn't bring my backup battery either. I don't know what I packed. At least I packed this pasta salad, I guess. I'm struggling right now. I think the plan is we are just going to crochet a little bit longer, eat my lunch, and then head back home. So anyways, if you want to move to New York, I also have learned that you need to be very comfortable doing a lot of things by yourself. I feel like even though New York is one of the most populated cities, there is so many people around you at all times. Like literally looking around me, there's so many people. It is a lonely city, and there's a lot of stuff you just have to do by yourself. It's like a very weird oxymoron because you can feel very, very isolated while still being surrounded by so many people. But honestly, that's kind of why I love the city, because I love feeling like I'm not alone. I like being able to do something by myself, but I like being able to look around and seeing people all around me doing their own thing. That is one of my favorite things about the city. I also feel like I'm sitting on an anthill because there are like 9,000 ants crawling all around me. Let's crochet a little bit more, let's eat my lunch, and then let's go home. I'm also eating a Perfect bar. These are like the best things I've ever had in my life. Fully a protein bar, has superfoods in it, tastes like cookie dough, tastes like a candy bar. I have been obsessed with these for the past few months. How is there celery in this? I don't understand how it works. It feels made up. And if it is kind of like a scam, don't tell me, because it's so good. always tried to be a clip girl, but I don't know if the clip girl life is for me. The only reason it's kind of working out right now is because my hair is so long that I don't have to put it all in the clip. I can let it hang out, but I don't know. I'm just putting it up to make my bed. Didn't even make my bed this morning. I have had the worst headache for 3 days, guys. I don't know what is going on. I think it's my sinuses because it's a lot of pressure in my head. It honestly went away when I went outside. I thought it was gonna make it worse because I was gonna be around pollen, but not too terrible. This vlog was a little derailed. I was gonna do a full day in my life, but I could not start until this afternoon because I was just unwell this morning. I was gonna do laundry yesterday, but my head hurt so bad. I decided to just drop it off at a laundry service. I was supposed to pick it up by like 5 yesterday, and at 9 p.m. I was sitting on the couch and it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, I never got my laundry. And they were already closed, so had to get it today. I don't typically use a laundry service. I usually like to do it myself because it's cheaper, but every once in a while, this is so nice. I'm gonna do a ponytail. It's nice because you don't have to keep going to the laundromat, going back and forth. And I've been trying to do my laundry weekly instead of every 2 to 3 weeks until I run out of clothes and underwear. I've been trying to be an adult and do it a little more often. So I just dropped it off yesterday, but now I should probably put it away before I leave. Okay, so what's going on? Where am I going? What am I doing? I have to leave in about 10 minutes to head to Queens. I know I've been talking about my management a lot lately. I think it's also because my managers and all the people signed to my management have also become some of my very good friends. So we do a lot of stuff together, which I feel like is the best way to like live your life and do business, is work with people that you really like and are friends with. So last month we did a pottery event and a lot of creators signed with my management all went to that, and I really like these events because it's a good way to kind of connect with other creators. Like someone like me, for example, I don't really know many creators in the city, so meeting a lot of people that are signed with my same management has been really nice for me to kind of hang out with people that have similar interests to me and have similar lifestyles and things like that. Anyways, we did a pottery event last month and my management decided that it would be kind of nice to do almost like a monthly event. So we're getting together and making comfort cases, which are bags for children in the foster care system. Usually when foster kids are moving around, they have to bring their stuff around in like garbage bags. So comfort cases helps provide foster kids with better bags. So we're getting together and we're gonna make some tonight. There definitely was way more topics people sent about stuff we should chat about. So maybe tonight while I'm getting ready for bed, we'll do another little chatting since it was kind of cut short outside due to technical difficulties, aka difficulties I caused for myself. It's getting a bit chilly outside. I'm gonna wear this corduroy jacket. Is this like crazy together, this green and pink? Let me get you into some natural light. This is very controversial because I think this corduroy button-up is green, but none of my friends think it's green. A lot of people think it's tan, and it's definitely faded. I got this like 3 years ago, so it's definitely faded a ton over time. What color do you think this is? Let me know. Okay, no! Sorry. I dropped my controllers. I have recently been playing games with Emily. Emily's my roommate. She's sitting next to me right now. And it's on my lap. We're cuddling.
Press and hold the back too. Press and hold.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. As you can see, I'm still learning a little bit, but we're playing Stardew Valley, which... Wait, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, when you looked
I just muted it.
But we've started a farm a few weeks ago to play Stardew Valley. We have a co-op,
and I'm slowly but surely learning how to game. I think this is considered a cozy game.
Good job.
Emily's a cozy gamer. She also dabbles in vicious games sometimes, but
The one I was just playing though, Breath of the Wild, is considered a cozy game.
Really? That seems really scary to me. So anyways, we're gonna work on our co-op. I planted some tulips that hopefully are gonna grow. And I am flirting with the local meanie in the town named Shane. So let's see what happens. I meant to film us actually playing, and then I totally forgot. Played Stardew, played like 5 days of it with Emily, which that's like an hour of playing, maybe not even. I don't know, I'm not really a gamer girl. I never really have been. I was really big into like Club Penguin, Webkins, you know, all of the computer games growing up. I don't know. I never grew up like really enjoying games that much, but Emily really likes games, so I've recently started playing a few with her because she has a Switch, and she's a big gamer. She like used to stream on Twitch and plays a ton of games. I like Stardew. I don't really like games where you have to fight or battle. I'm not a fan of that, but a game where you can just kind of like have a little town or something, I like that. Farmville, that was my favorite game of all time. I still have this headache. I have to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning, and it's currently 10:30. I got invited to a really, really cool event tomorrow, but it starts at 4:15 in the morning. And I'm gonna talk about it more. I think I'm gonna start my next vlog tomorrow, so you'll actually see everything I do, but kind of need to go to bed soon, so I'm gonna get ready for bed. And we'll kind of keep chatting. I'm like, what have you guys sent since we last talked in the park? I'm not going to get through like every single thing people have submitted. I just wanted a little bit of inspiration to talk about on this vlog. There definitely is a lot of stuff talking about my dating life. I'm also going to get ready for bed while we're talking about this. Had a bit of a breakup last year, like in February, March of 2023, so well over a year ago. And I touched on it a little bit on my channel, mostly because my ex had been in like a handful of my videos, so people kind of knew him. We were together for 7 years. It was like a very long-term relationship. So that was kind of like a big part of my channel last year, was dealing with my breakup. So a lot of people are asking for advice on breakups and like just about dating in the city and all of that. When it comes to like my personal dating life and like what's going on with me, I'm gonna plead the fifth, because I realized from that experience that I don't really ever want to share like who I'm dating really on my channel again. And you know, this could change over time, like if I feel in a different position, but especially in any new relationship I'm in, not sharing it on my YouTube, because it's just a personal thing. And I don't really want like other people's opinions on it, because I feel like it's something very private. So, you know, maybe in the future I'll share something. I kept joking that I'm never going to post about who I'm dating again until I'm engaged, which I feel like is not true. I'm not gonna actually do that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've definitely done my fair share of dating since my breakup. Someone asked like what dating apps I use. In October, I finally downloaded Hinge. But I feel like since my breakup, you know, I started dating someone when I was so young. I got a lot of experiences dating in the city, which I never kind of thought I was gonna have. I know people say dating in New York sucks, and it kind of does, but I'm glad I've been able to experience now like that dating life. I would say the best way to get over a breakup is to definitely lean on friends and family for some support. That really helped me through my breakup. And I also found that like doing things for myself that I never like would think of doing before, like investing my time into new hobbies or investing time into doing more things I like dance classes and things like that, I found really helped me through it. I took a lot of dance classes when I first went through my breakup. I actively had to think about something else the whole time, and I feel like that really helped me. So I feel like taking like yourself out on a date and investing more time and energy into things that you enjoy and actually like, and kind of getting to know yourself again apart from anyone else, is definitely super helpful. Over the past year, I have gotten to know myself unattached to anybody else, and now I can kind of like live the rest of my life like that. I feel like because I spent so many formative years of my life dating someone, they were part of my identity, and now I kind of have this identity. I'm like happy with my life the way it is, but now because I feel happy with who I am as an individual and how my life is, now there's space for me to let someone else into my life. I was very adamant I did not want to get into another relationship after my breakup, because I wanted to get to know myself and I wanted to be an individual. And I feel like sometimes going right into another relationship, it depends on the circumstance. Sometimes it's fine, but for me, I knew it wasn't going to be good, because I really needed to get to know myself. So I think just investing your time into things that make you happy
and surrounding yourself with a strong support system. Definitely my advice. Let's see if there's any other things I want to chat about before I go to sleep. Favorite ways to relax and unwind? Honestly, these days it's probably crocheting and watching Modern Family. My comfort show right now. I literally am on rotation with Modern Family, New Girl, Friends, and How I Met Your Mother. I'm like always watching one of those. They're just my comfort shows. I love a sitcom. I live my life like I'm in a sitcom. Tips on making YouTube your job? Honestly, with that one, I would just say treat it like it's your job before it's your job, which like is easier said than done. Honestly, that's how I made it my full-time job though. I posted 2 times a week, every single week on the same days. Every single time a video went viral, I kind of kept moving my channel to that niche, because when I started my channel, I kind of was all over the place. I did like fashion videos, which is literally not me. I don't know why I did that. I think I didn't know what to do. And so every single time a video kind of stuck, I was like, okay, let me do more like that. So when I started doing vlogs, I realized those did better than like a fashion video. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing vlogs. And then when I talked about maybe moving, people were very receptive to that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a moving series. And then after I moved, I realized people really liked apartment content. So I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna do a decorating series. I also missed this when I was talking about dating and stuff. Someone said, do you believe in right person, wrong time? That's a tricky one. I do think there's right person, wrong time when it's, how am I gonna phrase this? I don't believe in right person, wrong time if like you've been dating for a while and you have to break up. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess if like you have to break up because someone's like moving to a different country or something and then you find yourselves again, maybe. I believe in right person, wrong time in the sense like you could meet someone and not be ready to date them and then like meet them later in life and then be ready, like if you're personally working on something. But I don't believe in right person, wrong time if a relationship doesn't work out that's been like ongoing for a while. Like for example, if we're gonna keep talking about my ex, I don't think that was like right person, wrong time. We dated for 7 years. It's not like we're gonna reconnect in the future or something. And like I'm very much someone where if we break up, we're done. I don't wanna like keep going back and forth with it. I just feel like that's too messy. You know, if you've been dating someone for 5, 6, 7 years and things aren't working out, I don't think it's right person, wrong time, because you should be able to get through those things together. I don't know, that's my hot take. I'm only 26. I don't know what life will throw at me, so you know, maybe I will change my perspective on these things. But I do believe in right person, wrong time when it's just like happenstance of meeting and then you don't get together until later, if that makes sense. Work-life balance, finding time to have fun but be productive. I'm actually super, super bad at this, especially since going full-time with YouTube, because my work is kind of like my life. I feel like that's why, going back to what I talked about at the beginning of this video, I want to make my YouTube channel a lot more intentional. A lot of times I'll do like a week in my life and I'll go do something fun with my friends on a Friday night and I'll want to vlog it. But I also don't want to vlog it because I'm having fun with my friends and I don't want it to feel like work, and I don't want to have everyone be concerned that if they're going to be on camera or anything like that. I feel like it's kind of hard to find the work-life balance when I'm filming things like that. Especially when other people are involved, because I don't want them to ever feel like they're having to do work when they're just trying to have fun and relax. I'm definitely struggling with that right now. I'm struggling to have like a good schedule because I feel like I'm trying to work with myself on a 9-to-5 type schedule because I want to hang out with my friends on the weekends and at night. Because I don't have a traditional 9-to-5, there's no pressure for me to start my days early, so I'm constantly working later into the night. I'm somewhere in between wanting to put myself on a 9-to-5 schedule so I can be free when my friends are free, but then also accepting I don't need to be on a 9-to-5 schedule because I don't work a 9-to-5. So I can't even give advice on this because I feel like I'm so bad at it right now. Like I want to say like set a schedule for yourself and really like cut yourself off when it's time to do what you've scheduled, but I don't even do that. So how am I supposed to give you advice if I can't even do it myself? So we're working on that. That's my new phase of my YouTube. We're gonna work on that too. All right, let's do one more and then I gotta go to bed. Do I ever get discouraged by my career as a performer? Yeah, I would say I do sometimes. I would say I'm not getting as discouraged as I used to when I was like 21. And I think that's because when I was younger, like right when I graduated college and auditioning up until the pandemic, it was like if I didn't get a job, I felt like a failure, and I felt like I had to keep working and I had to work at all these theaters and do all these things because that was kind of like my only livelihood. Like if I wasn't doing that, I was working at a shoe store in Times Square. Like actually, that's where I worked before the pandemic. So I feel like I was very hard on myself. I get very discouraged, but now I obviously still feel discouraged sometimes, but more as a concept, not about myself doing it,
if that makes sense. When I was 21 and 22, I was like so discouraged because I felt like I was putting my all into it and I wasn't getting results. Now it's more feeling discouraged as like theater as a whole, where I see myself, like more of that. So, because I've been auditioning more, as we've all seen, but like I'm not going to every single audition no matter what, because honestly I've gotten to a point in my life where I want to be picky about the things I audition for because I have other things in my life that fulfill me as well. I don't have my entire creative livelihood riding on that anymore. I have this YouTube channel, which I can be creative on and I can do things on. But honestly, having this channel has relieved a little bit of pressure from my acting career, because even though they're very different things, I still feel fulfilled by both of them. Bennett, he's like rubbing his face on the camera. Hey, can you stop? Bennett. Oh no. Let's end with a very simple one, because all of these have been pretty deep. What's your favorite season in New York City and why? My favorite season I think is right now, like spring. I guess we're verging more into summer now. I feel like my favorite season changes all the time. I thought it was fall, I decided it's not. Then I thought it was summer, decided it's not. And I realized it's spring. I initially liked fall in New York because I just really like that time of year. I like it when it gets a little chilly, when you gotta wear a jacket. But I've recently gotten really depressed when the sun starts setting earlier and it gets colder. I've been like hating that the past few years. So kind of makes fall a bit of a bummer because I know that we're going into winter and I hate winter. And then I thought it was summer because I really love it being warm and I love just like the vibes of summer. Last year, I had so many friends that traveled so much on the weekends or had like family nearby or beach houses and places they would always go. I felt kind of lonely last summer because I felt like everyone always had somewhere to go and I was always just kind of in the city hanging out by myself. I think it's spring. I think spring has the most free time for everybody. I think it's so exciting as it gets warmer. There's just like an excitement in the air. Like that first Thursday where it's above 60 degrees and you just see everyone getting a margarita. That is like the best feeling ever. I'm gonna lock in spring. That's my favorite season. We're gonna call it here. I'm tired and I need to get up in like 3 or 4 hours. Thanks for chatting with me. I just wanted to do a simple chatty vlog because I was kind of feeling out of it this week. I could not come up with a video topic. And then I finally came up with a video topic and then I got really passionate and excited about it that I knew it was gonna take way longer than a day to film. But I'm glad we could just chat, catch up, because I feel like I have been a little bit scatterbrained lately, so it's nice sometimes to just take these videos where we're just kind of chatting and talking and catching up. And now this is going to commence either the end of this phase of my YouTube channel or the beginning of the new one. Time will tell. I feel like honestly this one was still kind of the vibes of my old videos, but I'm not doing a crazy shift. I'm going to have more intention. I want my videos to be more cinematic, more concise. And I felt like something had to change on my channel because things were getting kind of repetitive. So I think this is a good direction we're taking it in. And thank you for everyone that gave their feedback on video ideas and things they like and things they don't like. It's very, very helpful when trying to make videos because I love making 2 videos a week. I love making videos, but I don't want to burn out or feel like I'm just giving you the same stuff over and over again. I do different things in each week, but all of my weeks kind of center around the same thing. I'm in my room, I'm waking up, I'm doing laundry at some point. So I'm trying to find a fresh take on my vlogs, and I think I've kind of started to find an angle, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you in the next vlog. I'll chat with you in 3 hours in real life. And as always, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.